All right. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy and grateful to see you all today. Today's workshop is a very critical workshop. Today we're going to be talking about what should you look for when you're looking for a serious partner for life. And that's a very critical question that I think we need to really address. But before we do anything, as you already know, your biochemistry is everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on some music and we're gonna dance for a few minutes, for a minute or two, just to get our muscles flowing, our happy muscles flowing. It's almost Purim, it's time of happiness. Let's go. That was a little warm-up. Let me turn this off. So let's talk about what should a person look for. By the way, if you want to sit down, you can. We have room. Please have a seat and anything. So that you can be comfortable, enjoy the class, the workshop. So, what should a person look for when they go and they search for their partner in life? And a lot of people look for the standard things. I want it, like you say, what do you want? Irina, let me ask you, you want to volunteer? Irina, what are you looking for in a guy? Are you looking?
Someone that appeals to me, like, I like cute face.
Cute face, okay.
Yeah, nice
cute
personality.
Personality, okay.
He's a little rude.
You like him if he's a little rude?
No.
You like a tough guy? No. Okay, not
Like
rude.
good person, yeah.
Good person, okay.
But face, but it doesn't have to be, just as long as we can communicate.
Communicate.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would have to sum it up. If I would be like, I want to learn. I'm an engineer. I'm trying to understand Irina. What Irina needs for her partner in life. What would that be?
Companion.
If you could outline.
Well, I'm older, so.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so companion.
So you're not 18, you're 24.
Yeah.
So whatever, go ahead.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Companion, someone
Yes.
that will be nice, somebody
Yes.
that will be there with me,
Of course.
go places together,
Okay.
talk to each other,
Okay.
watch movies together,
Okay.
companion.
But that's, out of the 8 billion people on the planet, that's a good majority of them would fill that. Is there anything specific that you want for yourself? Okay.
If it happens.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we got some people there. Come in. Welcome. So, okay. So let me tell you, Irina. So, and everybody,
Yeah.
not just Irina, but I'm gonna address it. So I believe that finding a partner in life for marriage, to build a home, is very similar to finding a partner for business, to finding a partner to build an organization, to build an empire, to build a kingdom, to build whatever you want to build, yeah?
Yeah.
I feel you have to ask yourself the same questions and really focus on that when you're dating someone seriously for marriage. So, throughout the last few weeks, the workshops, as many of you already know, and you can watch the videos if you haven't seen them yet or haven't had the opportunity to be here yet. Basically, we spoke about there's 6 emotional needs that we all have. All of us. Okay? For example, well, first let's talk about the 6 needs. We said that there's certainty, variety, significance, love connection, growth, and contribution. So every human on the planet has those emotional needs. For example, if we're sitting here and we're afraid the roof is going to fall, certainty, if we don't have that certainty that the roof is good, we're not going to be able to sit here and do a workshop because we're going to be too nervous. So we need some certainty in life. But we also want some variety. What's variety? We want to have, if you let's say you love rib steak. You love rib steak. Вы любите стейк, тетя Шахриста? Окей. А если я вам дам каждый день, 3 раза, 4 раза в день, только стейк, и больше ничего, что вы скажете? Уходи отсюда, мне надо новый повар. Правильно? So if I give her steak every day, she's going to be fed up. So you need variety. Sometimes steak, sometimes maybe something else, different flavors. So certainty, variety. Then the next thing that we all require is significance. What does it mean to be significant? It means that you need to know that you make a difference, that people care, that you count, that you have importance in this world, that you mean something. Suicide, unfortunately, today is at an all-time high. And I believe that one of the reasons that it is so high, especially with teens and so forth, is that people have stopped understanding their value. They've started to devalue themselves. Say, I'm not important, I'm not here. But the answer is you are. Just like your fingerprints. Question, you and I, do we look alike? No. What about your shechisa? Do we look alike? What about you? No, all of us are different, right? What about our fingerprints? There's 8 billion people on the planet. 8 миллиардов людей на свете. Does anyone on the planet have the same fingerprints?
No.
What about if you go 100 years ago? Did anyone have the same fingerprints? What if you go through? Nobody has the same. So what does that mean? That means God, the universe, right? God created you with your uniqueness, and you are important. So every person needs to come to that realization for them to be fulfilled in life. Certainty, variety, significance. The next one, number 4, is love. Every human requires to feel love or connection. Sometimes when you can't experience love because you've created blockages in yourself and you don't let yourself feel because you don't want to get hurt, you may have gotten hurt in the past, and you don't have an open heart. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about you.
No, I don't want to get hurt.
Okay, so sometimes you have that blockage, which by the way is very important for you to work on if you want to be in a healthy relationship. You need, of course, you have to address that, because without love there's nothing. Love is everything. So what is love? Love is giving, but giving from the deepest part of your heart and soul. Making every part of you available for the person that you are with, so that they can connect with you and become one with you. That to me is marriage. You become one entity. So for that,
I don't feel me.
exactly. So you have to be open for that and awaken that. But sometimes you don't have love until you learn to awaken it. You just settle for connection. We're connected. We're friendly. We're friends. It's like so so that's another need. So we have certainty, we have variety, we have significance, we have love connection. What's after that? Growth. Another emotional need that we all have in life is that we have to grow. We have to grow. Whatever doesn't grow dies. There's 2 cycles in life. Either things are coming alive or things are withering. Either there's a spring forward or so that's the way life works. So you need certainty, variety, significance, love, connection, growth, And then the final one, which is kind of connected to love, is giving, contribution. That's the final emotional need. You have to give beyond yourself. If you make all the money in the world, if you go and you get all the needs you want, if you're not able to share that with other people, you will never have fulfillment, because that is the essence. God created us in His image. What's His image? He gives unconditionally. And if we want to be happy, we have to be godly. which means we have to give. We have to give to others, right? And when we give to others, right, then we're actualizing that emotional need. So when you're looking for a partner in life, right, you have to really go ahead and ask yourself, right, what are the emotional needs that drive me? You, right? So, do you know what emotional needs drive you? Since we're already on you, let's continue. Do you know what emotional needs drive you?
I don't know, someone to be there for me, like, that's the only. To have a companion, like, that's the only thing, really.
I get that, but you have 6 emotional needs that we've discussed.
Of course not.
Oh, so look, okay, of course not. There you go. Boom.
Giving, I like to give, but I hope the person is happy that I give. Appreciate.
So out of the 6, if you would have to pick 2, which would be the top 2 that you would choose?
Love, communication.
No, communicate.
Okay.
Well, again, we have these certainty, variety, significance, love, connection, growth, and contribution. Love is number 1. What's number 2 for you? Is it significance? Is it, because you mentioned significance, or is it growth? Is it contribution?
Growth.
Growth.
To grow together, to stay together.
Okay, beautiful. So that's a beautiful thing to know. So now when you're looking for, so now you know what drives you. Because what emotional needs drive you? Drive how you act. Drive how you live. Drive what you do in life. So once you know that that's your reality, then you have to ask, well, the partner that I'm going to connect with, what drives them? What emotional needs drive them? And when you're going out there to look for the right person, right, for something serious, you need to ask yourself, how do you connect with this person? You need to pretend, like I said initially, you're building an empire, you're building something big, you're building a kingdom, you're building a company, you're building an organization, and that's probably what a family is.
Because I don't like to be alone.
Okay, beautiful. So you need to know, if you find a person, that doesn't fit what you need as an organization, then obviously even the person could be attractive, could be awesome, but they might not be for you, Again, you have to get to know them. So my point is, in life, when you're looking for a partner, you have to find someone that aligns with your vision for your future, that really aligns with what emotional needs you have. And therefore, when you ask yourself, well, these are my goals, these are the things, this is what I want for my organization, because in Judaism, we call the woman the home. The woman is the home. So when someone gets married, we say that he is building a home with his wife. And therefore, when you're building a home and you're building an entity, you need to ask yourself, is this the partner that has the emotional driving forces that are gonna get us to build a beautiful home, that's gonna get us to go and build the kind of home we need? So you have to ask yourself that. So when you're looking for someone, and you're going out there, and there's a big world, and there's tons of, you go on the dating sites, there's tons of people sending you information, or you're going out with people you're getting with a shop, whatever it is, right? And you're meeting all these different people, right? You need to ask yourself, right? What do I want out of life? That's why I say it's about becoming the right person first. There's me, there's we, and then there's he. We includes your partner, it includes your future kids if you want them, it includes, your community, it includes your, the world, it includes everyone. So when you're focused on what am I here to do? What do I want to contribute to the world? What do I want to give? When you realize what you have and what you want, then you need to say, well, the partner that I'm looking to connect with, does that person fulfill these needs that I have with what I'm looking to build? And do you complete what they want? Are their visions aligned with your visions?
Yeah.
Is what they want from you similar to what you want from them?
Right.
You have a question?
No, you're right.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
You're making so much sense.
Okay, beautiful. So that's what it's about. It's basically to see, are your visions aligned with the person you're connecting with? What drives that person? What's critical for that person? Is that person that...
Yeah, what makes you want that person? You have to like think, what is it that you want?
And then the other part is, everyone's looking, like you initially said, everyone's looking for that beautiful girl, beautiful guy, who's very, knight in shining armor, oh my gosh, romantic from the movies. But in reality, that's cool, but that's not really what you might need long term. What you might need long term may actually be something completely different. It may be more in the lines of, you need someone, okay, who's going to really awaken the best part of you. And you're going to awaken the best part of them. They're going to complete you. Everyone's looking for something like a trophy, or like a awesome whatever, but really...
I'm not.
No, I hear that, but most of us, without realizing, are. So we need to maybe shift our mindset, and what we should actually be looking for is a partner that's going to be the missing part of us. If you want to build a big organization, a big company, a big empire, right? You're gonna find someone who has what you don't have. And feminine and masculine, they're different energies, and therefore that's why men and women usually, feminine women and masculine men, have certain similarities, certain characteristics. So therefore, when you come together, the feminine energy and the masculine energy and whatever, you complete it. But the other part of knowing what to look for in life is looking for a person that completes you. Completes what you're looking to do. So for example, if you are a very social person and you're connecting with someone, right? And you need to you're building a big company and you want to get an accountant for your company. You don't want an accountant who's social like you, because they're not going to do any work. You want an accountant who's very focused, who's into numbers, who's very articulate, who's going to not get distracted, and really be able to focus on the numbers. I personally am not so good at like accounting and sitting and debits and credits. I majored in business management and finance and psychology, double major, minor in philosophy. I had to take accounting courses. It was not pleasant for me. I was like falling asleep, and debits and credits and and this goes to this account. I'm like, oh my gosh, leave me alone. For me, it wasn't something I enjoyed. But if I'm looking to build a serious company, I'm going to have to get a good accountant, a good CPA, a good auditing team, right, eventually, to go and make sure everything is aligned properly, make sure that we're bringing in enough money, making sure that expenses are on point, making sure that we're not, bleeding money unnecessarily. So that's important. So in marriage, it's the same thing. So the bottom line is, in marriage, when you're looking for your partner, start thinking about yourself as a company. What's your name? Irina?
Yeah.
No. From now on, it's going to be the Irina Empire. Or, like the Irina, there's Facebook, there's Google, and there's Irene. Okay, Irina. That's your new company. Вы понимаете, что я говорю, что мы, когда ищем кого-то, мы должны смотреть на себя, как будто мы компания. И мы ищем партнера,
Вот у нас
который...
и заворчик тоже может присоединиться к беседе. Завор, у него тоже очень большой опыт.
Да.
Да, заворчик.
Я хочу сказать, что у вас очень хороший английский.
Спасибо.
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 Просто красавчик.
Спасибо.
И при этом вы хорошо мыслите.
Конечно.
Мне очень понравилось. То, что я вас не знал, я тогда. А потом, когда я вас услышал.
Спасибо.
Да,
У нас еще много, можете ребята все смотреть сериал.
Очень хорошее учение.
Я сейчас посмотрел по-другому.
Спасибо.
Если я вас не знал вот так, я бы, может быть...
Слава Богу. Спасибо за комплимент.
Благодаря ее я вас узнал.
Слава Богу, слава Богу. Так что я хочу вам сказать, what I'm saying is that it's very important to look at yourself like you're building a company. And like you're building a very serious company. And for you to build a company, you need a partner that you can rely on. A partner that is honest. A partner that is sincere. A partner that can be trusted without you to run the business. Я правильно говорю, что чисто? Надо найти партнера, который, если вы строите компанию, вы ищете партнера, которому можете его доверить, который может, когда вы не там, он может все сидеть, чтобы не пропался, чтобы все не пошло. То же самое надо искать партнера. Такую или девочку, или парня. So that's what a person needs to look for. Yeah? They need to find that person. Okay? Any questions so far? No? So then the other part, okay, besides the 6 emotional needs, besides the me, we, and he, and besides looking at yourself like you're building an empire, a company, a brand, right? The other part is you really have to ask yourself, the person that I'm looking for, and you know what their emotional needs are. If I want someone to do a job, let's say I have a job, right? I have a big company, $1 billion company, right? Tons of money coming in. I need someone to help with marketing, for example, or to help with sales, right? And they need to be a very social person, right? If I'm going and I'm hiring a person or interviewing a person who is not social, who hates people, who has like an anger towards the world, who's like, the world is out to get me, is that going to be a good partner for me to build my company and to help my sales team and to help them be confident and go out there? No. Same thing, you have to ask yourself, when you're finding that partner for life, is that partner someone who naturally enjoys the role that you expect them to take in your company? You see, when you're building a home, you have roles. They could be separate roles, they could be shared roles, they could be, you shift on and off, but at the end of the day, there's roles, right?
Yeah.
You have certain expectations, he has certain expectations from you, and you connect, right? So when you're looking for that marriage, you need to actually ensure that that's aligned properly.
Yeah, you're right.
Does that make sense? Any questions?
No.
No questions, no comments, no
Maybe
feedback? No, maybe other guys, but do you, no questions at all? No?
Ну, так.
Okay, so everyone's good. Yeah.
Вот как вы думаете, вот жениться, конечно, понятно, мы женимся.
Да.
Но это, вот в последнее время все-таки люди, все молодые ребята, они стараются не просто жениться, да, пришел там, как раньше было, как она сказала, пришли, встретились, папа, мама, там, потом ЗАГС,
Да, понял.
пошли поженились и все.
No.
И жили даже очень много. Сейчас вместе живут, как бы без брака, без ничего, без ЗАГСа. Там год, 2, 3, может быть, живут, а потом смотрят что-то не то и расходятся.
Okay.
Как вы думаете, что?
Okay, so he's asking a question. I'm going to translate for everyone. He's asking a question. Okay, in the olden days, people used to go, in our communities especially, I'm sorry?
Matchmaker.
There would be a matchmaker, and they would get married very quickly, and then they would build a home, right? And that's it. Today, people not only date and take their jolly good time, many, not everyone by the way, a lot of people don't do this, by the way, even today, a lot of communities, but some people, they go and they don't get married, they date the person, they move in with the person, they live with the person for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, like, oh, maybe it's not for me, or it is for me, and then they get married. So, I'm going to tell you from the Jewish religious perspective. From the Jewish religious perspective, that's not the way we do things, even today. The way we do things, even today, is we go ahead and we date the person, we get to know them, we do a lot of research, and we check who the person is. Я скажу по-русски, потом... Да. Так сегодня как мы делаем наши общины? Мы сначала проверяем, кто человек, кто он, кто она, кто что про них что говорят. Все делаем хорошо, проверяем друг друга. И потом встречаются, друг друга они понимают. И религиозные, and also very important, I'm saying it first, in the religious communities, the correct way, there's no touching. There's no contact. They don't touch, they don't do nothing, not even hold it, nothing. Не трогают вообще. And they just talk. Because what happens when you physically touch, then you start to get emotional. When you start to get emotional, then your brains are out the window. Then you're not able to see, is this the right person for me, or is this the wrong person? Is this the person that I can build something with, or not? So, что я говорю, так, у нас тоже в религиозной общине друг друга не трогают, ничего не это, а просто они встречаются и разговаривают. И когда друг друга нету чувства такие глубокие, так что получается, ты начинаешь смотреть, а что этот человек думает, что в их душе, как они смотрят на мир, какие, понимаешь, потому что как ты начинаешь трогать, даже может она что-то не так сказала, может она тебе сказала, она тебе прямо почти сказала, что она тебе не будет хорошо партнер. Ну, тебе приятно, твое сердце тянется, и ты на это не смотришь. Понимаешь? So what happens sometimes is you meet a girl, and she's beautiful, she's whatever, and if you physically start getting involved, right, before you're in a committed relationship and married her, what happens is you start to be blinded by the physical attraction and the connection. And therefore, even if you can see logically from your conversation she's not for you, you won't be able to really, you won't pay attention to it. So therefore that's a very important thing in our communities to do that. And by the way, in the olden days, people would just meet and get married. They would do the research, they knew the families, all that, right? People stayed married. Today, with people living with each other, doing everything, divorces have soared. Вы понимаете, раньше, когда, как вы говорили, не было никаких этих. Пришел, алло, как дела, немножко поговорил, узнал, как она, что она, он, все, привет к жене. И люди не разводились так часто, редко было такое. А сегодня живут, встречаются, все делают, как будто они же женаты, правильно? И разведаются право-лево. И еще много людей, что интересно, это очень интересная вещь. Очень много людей, они идут, встречаются, живут вместе, все делают. Как, замужем идут, женятся, и потом что получается, разводятся. Но это много людей, это факт, это статистика, это анализ. Развод вообще трудно сегодня, но это целый другой. Так чему я говорю? Так поэтому у нас наше мнение, что правильный путь по-еврейски, по-религиозному путь, это как наши традиционные поводы, что ждут, после замужем все делают. Встречаются, знакомимся, говори. Не надо за полчаса решать, моя жена. Нет, поговори, узнай, проверь. Посмотри, какая семья, какая у нее, что про нее говорят, как она общается. Что еще интересно, надо смотреть, кто этот человек, как он общается с людьми, как с мамой относится, как с папой относится. Это first, видите? How the person treats the family, the mother, the father, that's critical. Because you don't know. Right? You don't know how they're going to be for you, but you get hints. Вы не знаете точно, как они будут с вами, но они делают маленькие намеки. Понимаешь, человек говорит, я не знаю. Я встречался, была такая, она, а сейчас смотрю, другой человек. Может быть, это тоже правда, люди меняются постоянно, да. Ну, что еще? Иногда люди много дают знаки. Но когда ты трогаешь, когда ты живешь, ты же не чувствуешь, это ничего. А потом, когда ты начинаешь уже уходить, и же ты привыкаешь к человеку, ты говоришь, подожди, я не могу с этим жить, это невозможно для меня. И начинается быть проблемы. Так поэтому, если ты человека не трогаешь, ничего не делаешь, ты как нужно, так ты эти чувства, есть чувства, но намного не так сильно тебе, правильно? Так ты потом будешь замечать вещи, скажешь, она красивая, но я заметил то, и начинаешь думать с головой немножко. У нас говорят, сначала иди с головой, а потом сердцем. Не наоборот. Потому что сердце часто тянет туда-сюда, а это может быть отрава.
Да.
Может быть змея. И поэтому это нам не нужно. They say that the mind has to be in charge of how you act. And the heart is important. But it says, "V'lo taturu acharei levavchem." You should not go after your hearts. You should let the mind lead. So what happens is if you physically go and get intimate and so forth, and live with the person, like all these things, before you're in a committed relationship and married and so forth, you end up replacing your brain with your heart first. And that creates problems because you overlook a lot of things that could be problematic in your future. So I'd like to close in saying the following, that, it's very important to understand that even though you want to find the right person and all of these things, the whole theme of what we've been discussing all these weeks in our workshop is that you have to become the right person. You have to become someone who really, really is the best version of themselves, who really awakens all of the parts that makes them a great player for the team, for the company, for the organization. Because when you make those decisions and you see that you are becoming the best version of yourself and you're working on yourself constantly and consistently to live beautifully, to be happy, to live in a beautiful state, when you are like that and living like that, then what you find and what you attract becomes different. Because when you're in a beautiful state, you see things differently. You notice things differently. When you're at a peak energetic state and you're performing, you start to notice things, you start to be very acute, you start to pay attention better. So it's really about becoming the right person so that you can find the right person. Thank you very much for joining me. We're going to put on a little music to close out this evening. And absolutely come join us, watch the videos, and we would love to see you guys in the future. So,